Hi, everyone. My name is Aidan Shorey, and today I'm going to be talking about the Iowa Music Educators Association. Now, music education is often an overlooked aspect in today's society until it is gone. So it's kind of ironic that when disasters hit, like the current COVID-19 pandemic we're in, we turn to the activity that keeps us alive and ultimately human, music. Now, as a music educator myself, it brings me joy to see how much people are beginning to care again about musicians and what they give to the world, despite our current social distancing norms. However, when all is well again, this sentiment will begin to wither. That is why groups like the Iowa Music Educators Association exist. Based on their constitution, the Iowa Music Educators Association, or IMEA, it works to promote music making across all of Iowa. This is reflected not only in their constitution, but through their history, events, and advocacy, and all Iowans can participate in their mission. Now, although brief, their history reflects a long tradition of music excellence in Iowa. According to their website, in 1939, IMEA was officially formed when it joined the Music Educators National Conference, which is now known as the National Association for Music Education, or NAFME. One of the founding members of IMEA, Philip C. Hayden, helped to found NAFME as well. Now, they initially met in conjunction with the Iowa State Education Convention, which was held annually in October. However, this convention was in decline in attendance. So in order to boost attendance again, IMEA shifted their time that they met from October to November in accordance with the Iowa All-State Music Festival, which is an annual event that brings together all the best high school musicians from across the state and has remained there ever since. Now, since this is a yearly conference centered around the Iowa All-State Music Festival, it's quite the spectacle every year when they meet. It's filled with concerts, keynote speakers, and tons of workshops. And all of these are designed to better the music educators in their work with students. For example, the 2019 conference this year was held from November 21st through the 23rd. And it included some of UNI's professors and some of my own current professors, such as Dr. Heather Peyton, some of these professors, they discussed things such as using games to enhance student engagement, new ways of learning music with literature, and even just having ukulele jam sessions. Now, these fun and creative classes are what makes IMEA so effective when advocating for music education. Now, music educators they're often mentally drained from their day-to-day operations. So the concerts held at this conference, and primarily the All-State concert, are perhaps one of the most fulfilling and uplifting parts because the directors get to see their own students perform beyond the level that they are often limited to at their own school. Now, I myself had the highest honor of participating as a student in the concert, and I cannot wait for the day I get to go back as a music educator. Bringing in internationally acclaimed directors to conduct the band, orchestra, and choir helped to further inspire each educator in the audience and every member in the ensembles. Although the primary event takes place over one weekend, IMEA works year-round for advocacy. This includes magazines, summits, and primarily they work in conjunction with the Iowa Alliance for Arts Education. Now, this group, it can be seen as the front line of IMEA. According to their website, the Alliance for Arts Education is dedicated to providing a unified message and works with the Iowa Department of Education, the Iowa Arts Council, the Iowa Association of School Boards, and many other education departments across Iowa to secure quality arts programs. Now, rather than simply staying behind at the conferences, this group volunteers the ones that are going to the state legislatures and advocating for the arts. After all, the arts are a significant portion of the Iowan economy. They employ over 42,000 Iowans, And this figure comes from the Americans for the Arts. Now, in addition, they provide a mentorship program that pairs beginning art educators with experienced and or retired educators in order to help them establish themselves professionally. And their work is what makes IMEA's mission possible. Now, with all of the structure from within, how can you, as someone who is most likely not a music educator watching this video, how can you help despite all that? Well, as I mentioned earlier, IMEA is part of the larger National Association for Music Education, or NAFME. Donations are always accepted and can be made on their website at www.nafme.org under the Donate tab. But perhaps you don't want to donate to some large, overreaching organization. So at the local level, you can still help the mission. Things such as going to concerts, doing helping out their fundraisers, like buying plenty of puff pastries, or going to their car washes, or volunteering at contests. Heck, you can even donate directly to the program, to your local program, and see the immediate results. Your stewardship, both financial and time-based, is truly what helps to propel the mission of IMEA forward. So in conclusion, their history, events, advocacy, and volunteers reflect their mission. During these dark times of uncertainty, we need music now more than ever, and IMEA is working to ensure that that stays the case. They are always working to ensure that music making continues to thrive here in the state of Iowa. So after these tough times, don't let this time of flourishing music go to waste. Make sure to keep music alive.